is William Dean Merrill III, and my poem is entitled Glaring Poetic Response. I suppose it comes from somewhere, things I throw without care. To others elementary, though some may be distraught. A simple silk or candied cotton, so obviously derived from where they're bought. The truth of the slant, a far-off fictitious fallacy, flat out, not just told by you, but also me. The fabric of life, a tangible substance, the global trade, selling what one has to leave one without, the simple things we do not see, but every single day.
Our lifestyles are completely opposite, while the rides are exactly the same. Life for the Bangladesh was never much of a game. One thing still remains true. No matter how old these children grow, they'll always remember that first roller coaster-induced whoa.
Good evening, my name is Savannah Crabb, and the title of my poem is Take a Look. What are you wearing? The answer's not tough. You'd start naming clothes and some other stuff. But does it cross your mind, most would say no, that most of our clothes we do not sew? In other countries less fortunate than ours, are people making clothes hour by hour? And most Americans take it for granted while big clothing companies reap the seed that they planted. So next time you look for a shirt or a bag, before you buy it, take a look at the tag.
While we are leaving for schools, they are already spinning the spools. Poor kids in Bangladesh. Working is their responsibility. I know that's different for you and me. Poor kids in Bangladesh. If they weren't able to work, they just have to steal and lurk. Poor kids in Bangladesh. They have to work to survive and help keep their family alive. Poor kids in Bangladesh. Let them work. They need the job, or else they'll be fired and form a mob. Poor kids in Bangladesh. The sweatshops may be best. Let them work and you go rest. Poor kids in Bangladesh.
Whether in print or in person, he seeks to connect people around the world. And he is here tonight in Rome, Georgia, to make another connection.
It is with great pleasure that we introduce to you Mr. Kelsey Timmerman.
Voice, man. I know what it sounds like. I don't know what it sounds like. Joe Dirt. I think it kind of sounds like Joe Dirt. Sometimes I hear Matthew McConaughey. I'm thankful for that, but I think a lot of times he sounds like Joe Dirt. Reading poetry in public. I used to take piano lessons, and that was like the worst thing. But I think that reading poetry in public, my poetry, might be even worse than that. Well, anyhow, thank you so much for having me here today. When I went on this journey, I better shut this or I'll fall over. All right, these are my Jingle These Christmas boxes. And you guys know all these are made in Bangladesh, and that's why I went to Bangladesh to meet the people who made them, and that's when I met Arifa. Now you go to Bangladesh because your underwear right there, and you come back and you write a book about it, you are an author. You go to Bangladesh because your underwear right there, come back and don't write a book about it, you're just some weird dude. It's a very fine line. So people really latch on to this idea that of this undercover, like when I was in Bangladesh, I was able to get to factories because I told them that I was, my translator told them that I was there to do business and buy lots of underwear, right? So I ended up going undercover as an underwear buyer, and people really latched on to that idea when the book came out. And they thought that I needed to know about every time there was a breakthrough in underwear technology, anytime there was underwear in the news. So today I stand before you as one of the top 10 living underwear journalists in the state of Indiana. So kind of a big deal. I thought I'd give you an example of what that looks like. What is underwear journalism? So someone sent me a pair of these. So, yes, there's a mental picture for you. Here's where the magic happens on these. I know some students out there today might know what these are. Anyone want to venture a guess? Not depends. Not depends. These are anti-flatulence underwear. For those of you not taking biology, flatulence means farts. Okay, They're called gas heaters. So I get these in the mail and I'm like, oh, how do you test these out? Like, well, I know how to test them, but like, at what setting do you test them in? That was what, setting. So I live in Muncie, Indiana, and thinking elevator, confined space, they better work. But then, like in Muncie, Indiana, the tallest building's only like 3 stories tall. So like that's kind of pushing it a little bit. You know what I mean? Sorry. And so I thought, well, that's not gonna work. Now what? I was getting ready to fly out to Colorado to visit a university out there, and I'm thinking, airplane. As a plane ascends, gas expands, perfect place. So I put them on to go get regular underwear because they are awful. They are so uncomfortable. They're kind of like those jackets that wrestlers wear to make weight, except that they eat farts. That's like what they do. They're that hot. They're that hot. So I put them on, I go to the airport, and I'm walking up, and I'm feeling good about myself, and then I start to see security. And this is right around the time they started doing the full body scanner thing. And I'm thinking, I'm going to be wearing these, and I have an activated carbon pad sewn in my butt. Like, they are going to tackle me. And 2 words come to my mind. Underwear bomber. That guy really ruined it for the rest of us anti-flash wearing underwear. So eventually I get up to the decision, and then they say they would me through the metal detector instead of the full body scanner. So I waddled off to my gate, and I was relieved. Led to this whole adventure. And really this path I'd been on. I had been undecided, anthropology, archaeology major, underwater archaeology, travel guy, scuba diver, the love for travel and curiosity all led me to that factory at that moment. So if you're in school, and if you're going to go to college, don't lose sight that sure you graduate and you get a diploma. If you're looking at diplomas just as an opportunity to get a better paying job, you're going to miss out. You can get a lot more from that. I never made a penny with my college degree, but the lessons I learned from my education, the curiosity that my education inspired, have been priceless, have completely changed the way I live my life. Go global. We live in times right now where people are talking about, don't do this, don't buy that. There's a guy called No Impact Man, about how not to have an impact on the world. I think this is such a passive way to live our lives. I think we need to ask ourselves a different question. How can we have the biggest and best impact on our world? So I'll leave you with one question. What will your impact be? Thank you very much.